question I want to ask you, man. Rouge, I know you mentioned her.
Yeah.
She's a part of this kind of new generation of rappers that are kind of changing the industry right now. We're in a little bit of a boom right now in South Africa with regards to hip hop. I mean,
Definitely.
So how does it feel for you as kind of like an upcoming artist to kind of see like, the gates have opened up, brands are now showing hip hop love and stuff like that?
It's a great feeling. Just like I said, with anything, I wish there was still a little bit of, can't even call it fairness, but back in the day where anyone was heard and listened to because of the talent, not because you were signed to this label or you knew so and so that has money. I think the unity element of it still needs so much work, whereas we don't see in America one stable can have they sign artists, but they'll help others, like they bros that they know they dope in the studio, they'll be put on and stuff like that. Nowadays, if you don't have the right amount of followers, the right money, you're not in the right clique, your talent is as good as you are. If you don't make it work for you, you're not really put on. There's certain people that I know this person doesn't have so many followers or viewers, but their music is being pushed on because they know so and so. I mean, you're told of the criteria, but certain people that don't meet the criteria get their music almost escalated. I'm talking.
Who are we talking about?
I'm not gonna mention names. I'm trying to get killed. But look, in general, it goes back to the payola. If you're not willing to do that, your music won't really get to where you want it to be as quick as you wish for it to be.
Let's talk about the payola. Have you ever been approached and they said, give us some money?
Yes. And I think the sad thing for me is for a person to tell me that I am talented, but for them to either work with me, they need to pay.
Yeah.
And for me, I feel talent is something you can't buy, right? You can nurture, you can make it grow. And I understand as an artist, you need to invest in your brand, but there's always a partnership of some sort. Like, for example, you doing the whole camera work and whatnot. We say, okay, let's cut a deal. Let me be your presenter for whoever that you're interviewing, right? So you then have your other connections in, let's say, wherever, where you can send my work in exchange for my services, or let me pay a certain percentage. We're not at a point where people are willing to negotiate or they're willing to sacrifice. You kind of have to have an investor. That investor must see returns, and business is different for how would I say, a different umbrella of things. And it's who you speak to. Some people are willing. They're like, you know what, I really think you're really great. Let me either sponsor a venue. You can arrange everything that you need as an artist and whatnot. Do your thing, because I believe in your talent. Then you have a person that says, I can do this and this and this and this and this and this and this, but you need to pay me this much. And you're like, okay, hold up. Hey, hold up,
But your story...
but I understand that there's everything that you do will need and require money. But I just feel at times you are either ripped off if you have nothing at all to put to the table, or you're either exploited. So there's so many things that go into it that, yeah, man.
Your story reminds me of a story Pretty Ugly told us, where somebody kind of saw him at a show. They were like, we want to put your music on radio. He showed up and they were like, we need 60 grand. You can pay it in installments. And he was like, yo, but I'm talented. And they were like, no, your talent gets you to the door.
Yeah.
Money gets you through the door.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting to kind of see.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, people will come at you. I mean, I've been inboxed, emailed, we can do this, but you need to pay this. And I'm like, and at times it's weird where you are handling your whole production. I'm talking because I style myself, my photo shoots, everything. I mean, Cheryl is a great manager because she's hand in hand with me in terms of picking even designs, in terms of flyers, what photos should be put on flyers. I mean, small details where you'd either have your standby marketer, where artists have a stylist and they have your road manager, and they have a person that handles all different departments within yourself as an artist. Because you have your tour manager, right, that will obviously be around, and you have one that will obviously emails whether it's your PA, your PR. There's so many elements that go into that way. If you as an artist are handling that, why are you then now paying someone who's just immediately needing to just get you interviews?
Yeah.
Performances where you can then take your cut in a way, which I think not even in a way, that's usually even done. So what are you paying for?
Yeah.
What am I paying for? If I'm covering my studio costs, my mastering costs of tracks, the packaging, the distribution, if I have a joint deal with whoever else, the business element, because I also feel there are artists that don't have the business element of their brand. Like, who are you? Like, I know how to dress myself. I know how I want to look. It's different if the music is doing a shift and I'm doing more R&B. Then obviously you want to look a little bit prettier.
Yeah.
You want to look, but there's different stages in a team if you want to create a team that works with you. But like I said, it goes back to the fairness, because you could do all of that and present the CD to whoever, but if there's no payola, they're like, okay, good, but like we need, but just maybe a 20 grand and we'll play like 3 or 4 times a day. And you're like, but why? I've got the talent and you need material, so why don't you just put it and stop recycling?